Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a ginormous haul. What kind of haul? Fragrance haul. I have a huge fragrance haul here to share with you guys. It is a compilation of many fragrances that I have just recently purchased. I didn't buy them all at one time, but there's actually two fragrances that aren't new, but we'll get to those. But before we get started, let's tell you what I have on my nails and my lips. Those are the two things, you guys. If I don't tell you, you always ask. So on my nails, it's being washed out by the light, but I'm gonna give you guys a better clip. They're both from Holo Taco. I've got a base coat in this beautiful milky pink in Pinky Swear and a topper on it called Aurora Unicorn Skin. And these are just absolutely gorgeous. Editing Kim here. This is Cheap Champagne by Holo Taco. This is actually what's on my nails when I show you the bottles. And then what I have on my lips, I haven't used in a while. It's actually from Tarte. It is the Maracuja Juicy Lip Plumper in the color Primrose. And that's what I just have on my lips. I'm a gloss girl, I can't help myself, but I haven't actually worn this in so long that I forgot that there's like a peppermint feel to it. This is a great little lippy and it comes in many other colors. I did pick this up at the Sephora sale in November and I'm really enjoying it again. So before we get started on the haul, don't forget, if you like these types of videos, definitely click the notification bell, subscribe down below, and like this video. I do many videos of personal fragrance as well as home fragrance. So today I've got the little handy dandy fragrance strips that I'm going to use because there's a lot of fragrances, you guys, and I don't want to like kill myself and I don't have enough arm space for doing all of the, just testing. I'm also going to use Fragrantica to look up the scent notes, the main accords, top, mid, and base notes for each fragrance. There may be one that I wasn't able to find. I'm pretty sure there was one. All right, so let's start off with a very popular fragrance. And when I say popular, I mean, I've heard no one talk about it lately, but when I first started watching other reviewers doing fragrance reviews, when it came to this fragrance, it's all I ever saw. Now, I do like popular fragrances, but a lot of times I like to wait, sit back, watch the reviews, see what people say, and then snag it if I feel like the reviews were really good. I did buy this on fragrancebuy.ca and you can get a really good discount. And this was under $40, I think, Canadian. This is from Jessica Simpson in Fancy. This was such a popular fragrance back in 2020, 2021. It was all the rage. Everybody was talking about this. It is a celebrity fragrance, but it's very, very affordable. And I will say, I concur, this smells amazing. Let's go check out the main accords. The main accords read sweet, fruity, caramel, vanilla, powdery almond, white floral, fresh, amber, and lactonic. This smells amazing. I have worn all of these. Anything that's new in my collection I'm sharing with you guys today, I have had time to wear it and tell you the wear tests on it, whether it lasted for me. Keeping in mind my body temperature seems to like to eat fragrances up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Fragrances don't last super long on me unless it's like a super high quality fragrance that's like a parfum or extrait, then they last a while, but this one lasted very well. I wanna say this lasted about 8 hours on my body and it was so good. It is definitely sweet, but not so sweet like Kayali's Vanilla 28. I love that one. That's like caramel, super sugary, like yummy. And this is sweet, but it does have that floral note to it. So I really do enjoy it. It's quite a nice balance. And for a fragrance that I got for like just over 35 Canadian dollars, this is a really great buy. I understand why people loved it. So let's go check out the top, mid, and base notes. Top notes read apricot, pear, and red berries. Mid notes are caramel, almond, gardenia, jasmine. Base notes are vanilla, amber, and sandalwood. This is a wonderful fragrance, and I can see myself repurchasing this once I go through it. It's quite a large bottle. It's 100 milliliter. Again, it was a very reasonably priced fragrance. And I understand why it's so popular, but I'm glad I waited, watched with patience. I also wanted to see if anyone decluttered this from their collection, and I haven't really heard too many people. I don't see these on Facebook pages that I follow when it comes to declutters, resale, that kind of thing. So that's kind of a good thing, I think. Next up, I had this fragrance snuck into Canada by my friend. Thank you, friend. I'm not gonna call you out here because of course fragrances aren't supposed to go over the border, but bath oils can work, right? Yeah. Anyway, long story short, she was able to get this particular one and one other one from my collection here that I'm going to show you from Target or Target. This because we don't have Targets in Canada. Targets lasted about 12 months in our country many years ago. Why, you ask? Because they weren't the same things that you guys were getting in the States. All those commercials. So frustrating. So I understand why. But what I'm talking about is from Good Chemistry in Coffee Cloud. This one was also made very, very popular. A lot of people started seeing it. I love this jar. The jar is beautiful. It looks like a little beaker, ready for an experiment, some chemistry projects, things like that. It's so adorable. This one here, I don't have scent notes for you, but as you could probably tell, it's Coffee Cloud. It's supposed to be a little like gourmand, a little coffee, a little sweet. So I did spray this on here. I have worn this. Unfortunately, this gets about 2.5 hours worth of wear on my skin. The average person, you're probably going to get 5 hours, but for me, it's like 2.5 hours. It was lovely while it lasted. This is definitely something that you will have to overspray or reapply throughout the day if this is going to be your fragrance for the day. If you're just going out for a quick evening dinner, a bite to eat, a movie or whatever, this will do you just fine. This one in Canadian dollars, I want to say it was closer to 30 US dollars. So that's very expensive. So compared to the Jessica Simpson Fancy, that one I definitely get way more use out of. This smells delicious. It is definitely more sweet. There is a gourmand to it. There is a coffee background. There is a sweetness, like a latte kind of thing. I really do enjoy it. I just wish I could enjoy it for longer because, again, this has a lasting power of about 2.5 hours on my skin. Next up, we have the other item that I had my friend ship to me from the United States from Target. That's none other than Pear Blossom from Mix Bar. I have the vanilla bourbon one. Love that one. It's my favorite. This one is Pear Blossom. Now, the words Pear Blossom, one would say it smells like pear. This is definitely a floral scent, and I don't have Fragrantica notes to show you on this one. It is definitely the blossom of a pear tree. It is not a pear. But with that being said, it is a beautiful, fresh scent with a slight hint of fruitiness to it. I wouldn't say it's pear, at least to my nose, it doesn't say pear, pear, pear. But it does smell really lovely. Unfortunately, it doesn't last very long on my skin. With that being said, I'm glad I got it. The vanilla bourbon one I really, really love. There's about 3 other ones, I believe, from this line that I would love to get my hands on. I'd love to test them all out, but of course in Canada we don't have Targets or Target. So this says, is Pear Blossom Eau de Parfum number 3. Next up, I have one of you to thank very much for telling me where to find this. It was on fragrancenet.com, which is actually out of the United States. It took almost a month to get to me. That's okay. This is one of my backups that I really wanted for so long. It's a limited edition fragrance from Marc Jacobs that I loved. And if you guys haven't already watched it, I'll link it above. My Marc Jacobs top 10 or top 7, I think it is, that I have in my collection. Basically, I just tell you all the ones I love from the first one to the last one. I love them all, but definitely there is a standout. And that standout happens to be a limited edition from, I believe it was last year or 2021. I can't recall. This is Marc Jacobs Oh So Fresh Skies. And first name, you know who you are, from Canada. You were the one who told me, hey, they have this in stock on fragrancenet.com. I didn't overpay. Some people, knowing this is a limited edition, are selling this for hundreds of dollars. And this did cost me in Canadian over $100, but that's okay. That's about standard costing for this. Now, Fragrance Net is a place where you can get discount fragrances. So I'd say that because it's a limited edition, they probably raised the price, but it's not unreasonable for me to have purchased this. It's just a little over 100 Canadian dollars included shipping, but I'm so happy I have this. The main accords read powdery, woody, yellow floral, violet, herbal, green, musky, aromatic, floral, and sweet. This is something that you wouldn't normally hear me talk about or rave about, but to me, this is like I've just stepped out of like the freshest, most beautiful shower of my entire life. Now, Marc Jacobs fragrances Oh So Fresh last on me about 4 to 5 hours. I have no problems respraying this. This is one of my favorites. This particular bottle will go back in the box that it came in and be hidden somewhere so that now I can actually start using the one again that I purchased originally because I haven't been using it. Top notes read tea, grapefruit, gooseberry. Mid notes are chamomile, broom, violet. Base notes, cedar, musk, tea tree oil. I don't know, you guys, if you can get your hands on this, again, fragrancenet.com, it's out of the US. It's a discounter, like a gray market. discounter site. They are legit. So this is wonderful. I am so glad I have this. I've even contemplated buying a third one, but we'll see. Don't need it. Like, I need more perfume, but I'm about to tell you about like 4 or 5 more, 7 more maybe. I don't have a problem. Guys, this is my top favorite from Marc Jacobs. So if you did see that video, you already know. The next item I have to share with you guys is also another backup fragrance of something that has been discontinued and I love, and now I can feel this fall I'm gonna go real hard on the one bottle I have already opened, and that is by Dolce & Gabbana, the Only One 2. This one, you guys, just reminds me of my hometown, like being around the Okanagan. South Okanagan is actually where I was born and raised, and this is like wine country. To me, this has like an oak barrel-y scent with some really like berry wine. This is just divine that when I do go home to visit my folks in the fall, this is what I bring. I really enjoy it. It gives me a little bit of like home. It's very comforting to me, I'd say, because it does remind me of home. Main accords read fruity, sweet, amber, rose, warm, spicy, violet, fresh, floral, coffee, and vanilla. Top notes are blackberry, red berries, pear, freesia. Mid notes are red rose, coffee, and violet. Base notes, tonka bean, patchouli, ambergris, and amberwood. This is something that it can be men or women. This is like, there's no borders here with this fragrance. I absolutely adore it. All the other Only Ones, I believe, are still, part of the lineup, but they took this one and they took it off the market. So I was able to find this one actually on fragrancebuy.ca, which is another gray market discounter. Very legit company. Again, no one knows who I am except the fact that they take my money. I absolutely adore this one. There's nothing more to be said about this. It does remind me of the wine country. So I love this and I'm so happy I have another backup. Now, the next fragrance I did pick up at my Sephora VIB sale that I will link right here. The most recent one that we just had in April. As I mentioned before, I had purchased this particular fragrance in a travel size and I knew I wanted this in full size. Now, what I didn't do is buy the biggest one because, as you can clearly tell just in this haul alone, I have a lot of fragrances. So I didn't need to buy the largest bottle. So I did pick up a 50 ml of the Black Opium by YSL in the Le Parfum version, and I love this. If you love gourmand like me in anything, if you love coffee, like really sweet lattes, this is your girl, you guys. This lasts on me throughout the whole day. I get whiffs of it throughout the whole day. I absolutely love it. Now, this is not necessarily the season coming up the next little while, spring, summer, that I would wear this, but this will get tucked away for good old fall, winter, because this girl is going to be wearing it. She's sexy. I love this one. Top notes, pear, cinnamon, and green mandarin. Mid notes, solar notes, jasmine sambac, and orange blossom. Base notes, Madagascar vanilla, bourbon, vanilla, vanilla absolute, coffee, vanilla orchid, and patchouli. You guys, I love this one, and actually Nelson loved this. And you guys, if you've been with me on my channel for any length of time, my husband works for the Canadian Navy as a submariner. They work on diesel submarines. Their nose are wrecked, like they don't have a good sense of smell. When he can smell it and he likes it, your girl stocks up, because this was my date night perfume. Actually, I did wear this one on date night and he loves this one. So, picked it up for science. Next up is another purchase I made during the Sephora VIB sale that just happened in April at the same time as I bought the Le Parfum version of Black Opium. Now, this company I fell in love with after hauling some perfumes when I was in Europe. I'd heard about this company. It's not special to Europe. It's found everywhere. You can obviously find it at Sephora in Canada. But because of that, I have purchased now, this will be my third bottle since coming back from that trip. Now, I did pick up the Clean Reserve Scent in Rain. They don't last a super long time. This one is perfect for out of the shower, you guys. Similar to, but not the same as the Marc Jacobs Oh So Fresh Skies. This is also very, very lovely, very fresh, very angelic, innocent. And it's in Rain. I just love it. I think it's great. So I have Skin, I have Rain, and the Radiant, I don't know, the sugary one. I can't recall what the name of it was. This smells wonderful. It doesn't always last that long on me, but it's really nice, and I have no problem spraying this on me after a shower, right before bed. So relaxing. Main accords read white floral, citrus, patchouli, woody, fresh spicy, warm spicy, aromatic, earthy. Top note, bergamot. mid note, white flowers, and base note, patchouli. With such a basic understanding or basic like pyramid that they have, I'm sure that there's way more to it than just those three things I read out to you guys. But oh my gosh, it's just so fresh. If you like to have a shower before bed, get out of the shower, put a bunch of this on before bed. It's super relaxing. It just reminds me of a really nice clean shower, fresh day, that kind of thing. Oh my gosh, it's so nice, you guys. Next up is another fragrance I just purchased from Sephora during the sale. As you know, I do. This one had me very intrigued. As we are coming up to some warmer months, I always want to add to my summertime scents. And I love the beachy, I love the coconut, solar sunscreen, give it to me. I ended up picking up the 7 Virtues in Coconut Sun, and I did just pick up the travel spray version, and this is quite lovely. Main accords read vanilla, salty, floral, citrus, tropical, marine, white floral, fresh, lactonic, and powdery. Top notes are coconut water and citruses. Middle notes are sea salt, frangipani, Egyptian jasmine, and rose. Base notes are vanilla. This is quite lovely, a little different than I thought. It's very solar, very sunscreen to me. Like it exudes you slapping on the sunscreen, being out on the beach, right near the ocean water. That salt definitely is, I would say salt actually is quite high on the scale of what I can get from this one. Unfortunately, this one only lasted on my skin for 2 hours, and I even sprayed it on my clothes and it kind of dissipated. So I don't know if I'd buy the full size of this because I think I would probably go through it very quickly, but I'm happy to have this. This is a perfect purse size. Now, back in the day, I have like a Vanilla Woods, and they were rollerball. I don't like rollerball, so I'm very happy that they went to a spray bottle. So that I'm very thankful for. I will probably end up going through this one this summer. I don't hate the scent. I think it's lovely. I just wish it lasted longer. So up next is another one of those fragrances, as I mentioned earlier in this video, that about 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, 2020, everybody talked about this fragrance nonstop. I was interested, but the price was like going up because everyone was talking about it. So I was like, I'm just gonna wait. I did find this one on fragrancebuy.ca at a very good discount, very reasonably priced, under $100 Canadian, including the shipping. This is none other than Lalique Soleil. This is the beautiful bottle. Now, Lalique is a glass manufacturer. They design and manufacture beautiful glassware. And so, of course, they couldn't go without giving you such a beautiful bottle design. But not only that, but they give you a little like anklet or bracelet or however you would like to use this. It also creates a very noisy video. But it's very cool. You can use it as an anklet or as a bracelet. I just kind of hang it off the side. It has like Soleil and Lalique on it, but it's a beautiful bottle. Now, but what does it smell like? It smells very, very good. It smells just like everyone had basically talked it up to be. It's sunshine in a bottle. So it's Soleil, like it is like sunshine almost. You close your eyes and it does smell like spring, summer, sunshine, all things that make you put a smile on your face. I don't know how else to describe it. It's a little floral, little sweet, and there's a little freshness in this one. This is so good. Main accords read sweet, fruity, lactonic, warm, spicy, citrus, almond, nutty, caramel, and coffee. Top notes are mandarin orange, bitter almond, cardamom. Mid notes, pear, milk, candied almonds, caramel, coffee, jasmine. Base notes, praline, white musk, and sandalwood. I don't get the lactonic note in this at all, although it really does push that in so many areas on between the main accords and the pyramid. I definitely don't get coffee either. It's just that balance of fresh, sweet, like a gourmand, and just a beautiful floral. And that's saying something because I don't like florals. You guys probably know that about me. I love this, and what a stunning bottle. What everyone had said is very, very true. This is an absolutely gorgeous bottle. This next item I'm about to share with you is actually 2 samples I received from my friend Teresa. And she knows me so well. And Teresa, thank you so much, because this scent reminds me of growing up in the South Okanagan on Skaha or Okanagan Lake, where Ogopogo does reside. This reminds me and puts me back to the late 80s, early 90s, growing up, going to the beach like every weekend, slapping on literal sunscreen. Right down to the scent reminds me of like the popsicle that I would get for like 50 cents. I'm dating myself. Just reminds me of that really awesome time in my life, very nostalgic. And that is none other than from Acquis Vacation. This smells like vacation. It has everything. And when I never even heard of this before. Like, I don't know, maybe people have talked about it. I have never heard anyone I watch review fragrances talk about this. And then when I went onto Fragrantica, I went, yes! Main accords are sweet, fruity, tropical, coconut, fresh, aquatic, salty, musky, and green citrus. Top notes are coconut milk, coconut water, petitgrain. Mid notes, banana. Solar notes, pineapple, musk, bergamot. Base notes, sea salt, fabric, watery notes, and plastic. And that's what I mean, you guys. The last, or the base notes, the plastic, the fabric, the the sea salt, the water. It reminds me, I already know which bathing suit it reminds me of wearing constantly this one summer, that they're back in style again. The 90s are all cyclical, right? It reminds me of the beach on Skaha. It reminds me of that popsicle I would purchase each time I would go there every weekend. It reminds me of the sunscreen I slapped on. This is amazing. So much so that I did look it up, and it's not very expensive. I think I can find it in Twisted Lily for $70 Canadian. I am going to purchase this if it's the last thing on earth I do. I know it's so silly, you guys, but this is so nostalgic. I love this. Thank you, Teresa. This was absolutely pleasant and delightful, and what a surprise. What a fragrance to end on, actually. And that's it, everybody. That was a lot of fragrances I have hauled over an accumulated period of time, but now I'm so happy to put the boxes away and put these up on my shelves because I want to start to enjoy these. There's a few new purchases like that vacation set I just spoke about. I have to have that. Like, I have to. It is on my must-have lists. Anyway, you guys, if you like these types of videos, again, don't forget to thumbs up this video, subscribe down below, and hit that notification bell for further uploads. I will be posting quite a few. If you guys have any other requests on fragrance videos, let me know what you'd like to see as well. Just comment down below. As always, you guys, be safe, take care, and have fun. Bye, guys.